We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight hits the Monday conclusion to what's been an amazing Super Wild Card weekend, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. What a weekend it's been already. One more to get through on this Monday night, and we are underway here in the wild card round. KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And Dak going to start out going to the air. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. That right there, a good preview of the matchup we intend to watch closely here in this wild card game.
And it's going to go throughout the game, but let's face it, you just mentioned it, wild card. We're just starting the playoffs. If you didn't run your number one guy on their number one guy throughout the season, you do it now. The playoffs have begun, best on best.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8 from the 43. Here's second and a couple. Now Prescott. A quick throw there is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To the air again, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Hey, 2-2. 2-2. We'll go 47. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So on fourth down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
On the return, Williams. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Mozzie Smith there to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Goff. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put
Yeah,
there.
didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, here's Goff. Got his man, it's Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Now Goff. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people call them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 4 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Hey, 2-2.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now a 2nd and 2. Lamb will go in motion. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Cowboys first down as they'll get this down to the 35-yard line.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Here we go 46.
On play action, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing, Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Play action now, Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go 46. 26.
Prescott to throw on fourth. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8. From the 50, it's gone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Goff now looks to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Mozzie Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this out past the 20-yard line, so the decision to bring it out nets him a yard or two. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Gone. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Goff on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Marquise Bell in on that stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing on third, gone. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Pollard going to try the right side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Prescott to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defenses. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking a game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because...
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
46.
Prescott from the gun. That ball is caught. It's good. Touchdown Cowboys. From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Aubrey now for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Williams now on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time.
Taking it right down Broadway. A big play there for Detroit. 51 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second in a couple. Goff now looking to throw. Complete to right. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down throw. Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jalen Waddle. His second touchdown of the night. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it second down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Running right, it's Pollard. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Bryan Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Williams to return. Ooh, the juke. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Again, Goff. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. A give right side for Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. The ball on the 16 for 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let him run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Now this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Goff now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's right. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Now Prescott. Complete. Pollard.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Able to find Gallup. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
It's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And fighting down inside the 25. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
They're on the 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Where they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Goff now to throw. He's got right on the short throw.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do.
lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Out of the gun, Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw is taken in by Waddle. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Goff now looks to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Gibbs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard. That's all. Down to the 2.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
Gibbs again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 2-yard touchdown run. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime of the postseason. But they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules were changed, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. To throw, Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So CD in the postseason, they obviously get the chance to answer that touchdown from a bit ago, but how do they set aside that pressure knowing that their entire season is coming down to this series?
What a great question, and I don't think that they set it aside. I think that they confront it, and they've done it throughout practice time in preparation for opportunities like this.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Here's Dak. Swinging this out for Pollard. Well, a timeout called for by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown! Aubrey now for the PAT. And it's up and good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And that's caught by Williams. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Well, welcome back to this wild card contest. The second OT ready to begin here shortly. Sudden death from this point forward. Next score wins. It's first down here. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Gone. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now it's gone. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.